Let's start in the National Lacrosse League, which canceled the remainder of its regular season and playoffs due to the coronavirus pandemic, but plans well underway for the 2020-2021 season. We look forward. Here are a couple of key upcoming dates announced by the league. Teams can sign players off their own practice squad beginning June 29th. Then all other transactions, like teams re-signing their own players, making trades, franchise player designations, all of those due by July 31st. Designated players would not become unrestricted free agents. However, any player over the age of 34 can reject the designation, and then free agency begins Saturday, August 1st. So the league also announced a major change for this year's entry draft. Teams will be able to draft a player that was a senior this past season, even if that player is now returning to college for an extra year of eligibility that was granted by the NCAA for 2021. If a player drafted returns to the school, that player then would stay with the team's rights. The rights to that player would still be owned by the team for the following year. So that's big news for a guy like Jeff T. He's been the presumed #1 pick for this 2020 NLL draft for several years now. He announced that he would be returning to Cornell, though, for his 5th year of eligibility next spring. In his first year of senior box lacrosse last summer, led the major series lacrosse in both goals and points. He's 3rd all-time for Cornell in both career points and assists. And he recently spoke with us here on LSN about putting his pro career on hold to return to the Big Red.
From my perspective, it was as long as that window to Cornell to go back was open, then I was just going to stick with that for now. And then, if that closed for some reason, then I could figure out, what was happening later. But, for me, the whole time was being able to go back. Cornell's such a special place, and anybody who's been there or interacted with anybody kind of can feel that. So, just being able to go back and finishing off, 4 years of, hard work that we've put in, and basically it's been a huge process over those 4 years. It's something that, means a lot to us, and, we're grateful that we're able to go back.
So here's a look at the Nll Draft Order. It's based on reversed order of regular season winning percentage at the time of the shutdown due to the coronavirus. The New York Riptide getting the first overall pick, where they'll likely still take Teat, but that means they won't have him for this year, so they're going to have to wait a whole nother year. Teat, if he goes back to school this spring like he says he's going to, he'll play for Cornell in the spring of 2021, then would be eligible to start playing in the NLL 2021 into 2022. The Riptide, followed by Rochester, Vancouver, San Diego, and Calgary, rounding out the top 5 picks. Georgia has a pair of picks, number 8 and then number 13. That 13th pick acquired in a trade with New England back in 2017. Speaking of the season that was shut down, the NLL may not have a champion this year, but they will name an MVP. The finalists for the league's awards announced today. Despite the fact teams had played anywhere from 11 to 14 games of the scheduled 18-game regular season, they're still going to name award winners. So let's get started with the 3 finalists for Most Valuable Player. First, no-brainer. New England Black Wolves star Callum Crawford led the league with 76 points, including a league-high 33 goals, and was 4th in the NLL with 43 assists. All of that coming in just 11 games. He was really good. He also was 1st in the league with 11 power play goals. Next finalist for MVP, Toronto's Rob Hellyer scored 32 goals. That was good for 2nd in the league. That goes along with 24 assists for a total of 56 points in 11 games this season. He led the team in all 3 categories, helping the Rock to a 7-4 record. The 3rd finalist for MVP, Shane Jackson from Georgia. 3rd in the NLL with 73 points, 3rd in goals with 31, behind only the other 2 finalists in Crawford and Hellyer, and 5th in assists. He was tied with Crawford for the league lead with 11 power play goals. Moving to goalie. Here are the 3 finalists. Zach Higgins of the Philadelphia Wings, who's the full-time starter for the first time in his career, led the league in total minutes played and total saves. New England's Doug Jamieson tops in the league in save percentage, and Colorado's Dylan Ward. Once again, he's been a perennial contender for this award, won it back in 2017. Finalists for other awards, Graham Hosek of the Thunderbirds will be going for his 3rd straight Defensive Player of the Year award. He's a finalist along with Robert Hope and Kyle Rubish. Transition Player of the Year finalists, Zach Currier, Kyle Matisse, and Shalon Rogers. As for the Rookie of the Year finalists, San Diego's Connor Fields makes this cut in what was technically his second season in the league, but because he played so few games in year one due to injury, he was reclassified, made a rookie this year as well. He led rookies with 44 points. Just a point behind was the first overall pick this year, Tyson Gibson of the Riptide, and then third in rookie points, tied with Gibson for first in rookie assists, was New England's Andrew Q. Coach of the Year, finalists, Mike Accursi of Halifax. What a job he did. You got Glenn Clark of the Black Wolves and Philadelphia's Paul Day, who is also a finalist for General Manager of the Year.